Okay, hello everyone, welcome back. And I'm sorry that last week I had to cancel the class because of the noise in my apartment, because like all of distractions. So let's start the class. And since that the focus of this course is on how to create a mind map that can help you express the ideas easily and clearly. So let's begin. 既然这一次的这学期课程的目标的重点是在心智图，所以我们现在就开始吧。And I hope that you have your textbook by your hand. You have your textbook within your reach, because we are going to create a mind map for lesson 7. First and second paragraph. 希望大家现在手边都有课本，因为我们等一下就要来做第7课的心智图。Okay, so before we begin, I will. Okay, so in order to create a mind map for lesson 7, first of all we have to do the reading, and then we'll do 2 comprehension questions that will give us clue of what kind of mind map we should use. Should we use the spider web, or should we use the chart to organize the ideas? 所以等一下呢，我们在开始阅读之前，我们会先看一下那个阅读测验的问题，这样才知道我们阅读的时候放的重点在哪里。而且这个阅读测验会帮助我们去思考，接下来我们要用哪一种的心智图来去整理我们的想法。Okay, so let's begin. Let's take a quick look at the comprehension question. First one, please read paragraph 1 and answer the questions. Look at the screen. 请大家看一下荧幕，看一下那个投影片。The writer defines the concept of 2 topics in paragraph 1. What are they? 他在第一段的时候呢，去解释了2个不同的概念，请问这2个概念是什么？ Okay, so that will be your first focus while you are reading paragraph 1. So let's begin. Please turn to textbook page 110. I will do the reading for you, because since I can't supervise you, so I'll just read through paragraph 1 and 2, and you can read alone if you want. 好，现在开始念了第一段。Nobel Prizes are awarded for outstanding work in 6 areas, including medicine, physics, and chemistry. Researchers recognized by the Nobel Prize Committee have all made important discoveries, breakthroughs that change the way people see and understand the world. Yet, not all research reaches this level of importance. In reality, many scientific studies are less than life-changing, but the non-functional results they produce are often interesting. To recognize and celebrate this kind of fun scientific research, the Ig Nobel Prizes were created. 10 Ig Nobel Prizes, 第二段, 10 Ig Nobel Prizes are handed out annually in different categories, such as biology, chemistry, education, peace, and many others. The goals that the Ig Nobel organizers want to achieve is to make people laugh and think. Therefore, a study or an invention that receives the prize is probably not useful, at least not in the conventional sense of the word. For example, the inventor of the first karaoke machine was honored for providing a new way for people to learn to put up with one another. Another winner proved that woodpeckers' thick skulls protect their brains from damage when they're hitting their beaks against a tree to look for food. This type of willingness to take on unusual scientific challenges or to use imagination in research is what the Ig Nobel judges value most. 好，我们现在读完之后，请大家看一下阅读的题目。So what are the 2 topics the writer talk about in paragraph 1? I think the answer is pretty clear. It's Nobel Prize and the Ig Nobel Prize. 搞笑诺贝尔奖，就讨论这2个。Okay, so let's see the next slide. Why does the writer mention Nobel Prize at the first place? 为什么这个作者呢一开始要提到诺贝尔奖呢？ So I'll read the options for you, and while I'm doing so, it gives you some time to think. A, to emphasize the significance of Nobel Prize. The significance of Nobel Prize have outweighed the other prizes. 所以他第一个，他为什么要一开始的时候，文章一开始要提到诺贝尔奖，是因为 A 他要强调诺贝尔奖它的重要性是大于其他奖项吗？ Or B, to highlight the contribution made by Nobel-winning researchers, 还是他的目的是要去强调诺贝尔得奖这些研究的做出的贡献？ Or C, as a background knowledge to help reader know what Ig Nobel is, 还是它作为一个背景知识，要让读者知道什么是搞笑诺贝尔奖？ Or drew as an example to show the role Nobel Prize plays in founding Ig Nobel Prizes, 还是他作为一个他在举例，他举例告诉我们说，其实诺贝尔奖在创立搞笑诺贝尔奖中扮演的重要的角色。Okay, so I think the answer is pretty obvious. It's C, right? As a background knowledge to help people understand what Ig Nobel is, because most people know about Nobel Prizes, but not so many people know what Ig Nobel is. So by introducing it at the first place, it really helps the reader to grasp the concept of Ig Nobel Prize. 所以大部分的人都知道诺贝尔奖，而很少人会知道搞笑诺贝尔奖。但是这样的话，这样的切入点就会让人们很容易了解的，你要讲的内容。Okay, so I hope these two questions helps you to understand the writer's purpose and also the main idea. And as you know, the main idea and the writer's purpose are the deciding factors of what kind of mind map we should use. 大家知道呢，所谓作者的意图、作者的目的跟这篇文章大意呢，它作为is a deciding factor for what kind of mind map we should use. 它作为决定我们要用怎么样的心智图的一个关键要素。Okay, so after reading, perhaps some of you are still clueless, like what kind of mind map should I use to organize the ideas? 可能有些人还是完全就是不知所措，完全没有任何头绪，我们到底要用什么样的心智图呢？ Okay, so before that, perhaps you should ask yourself questions. What form of mind map should I use? 在去探讨这个问题之前呢，你要问自己几个问题。第一个问题 ，What is the main idea of the article? 请问这个文章大意是什么？我们刚刚都回答过 ，It's about the Ig Nobel Prize, right? To introduce the Ig Nobel Award. 接下来还记得我刚刚讲的吗？就是作者的意图是什么 ？So how the writer introduces it. 他要怎么去介绍它？作者的目的怎么去介绍它呢？作者的手法 To compare the Ig Nobel with the Nobel Prize. So the writer introduced the Ig Nobel Award by making comparison between the Ig Nobel with the Nobel Prize, because as you know, Nobel Prize is very well known compared to the Ig Nobel. 所以作者的手法要介绍这个搞笑诺贝尔奖的手法是他把诺贝尔奖跟搞笑诺贝尔奖做一个比较，因为大部分的人比较知道诺贝尔奖，而这样比较之下，他们也会对搞笑诺贝尔奖的创办宗旨会更清楚。Okay, so as you know, how the writer organized his ideas by making comparison. So we should choose a comparison model, a comparison mind map when we try to organize the information in the reading. 大家知道呢，作者的目的就是作者手法是透过比较这两个奖项，所以当我们在選擇心智圖的時候，我們要選擇可以用來比較的心智圖。So I will show you guys there are multiples, there are many models of comparison mind maps. Okay, but another question is, what kind of comparison mind map should I use? So I'll go through some different models of mind maps, and we will see which mind map fits the narrative structure of the reading best. 等一下我们会看一连串不同的 mind map 的范本，然后接下来我们再会思考说，到底哪一种范本的架构是最适合我们的文章。Okay, so let's see the first one. Okay, the first is the very, very basic one. So it use topics and pictures to show the difference. So they are comparing me and my dad when we were young. Okay. And then the next one is still a basic one. It's about comparing cats and dogs. And also it is using pictures. And there's a topics. So it compared like very simple, the similarities and the differences between cats and dog. So on the purple area, there are similarities and differences are written in the yellow area, the yellow green area. 好，所以一样，他们很简单，就是写出相同跟相异处，然后分成两格。Okay, next one. So next one. Okay, you see the topic is Wi-Fi in the classroom. And then what are the advantage of disadvantage of having a Wi-Fi? 所以这一个心智图它是用来讨论在课堂里面有无线网络连线的好处跟坏处。So basically, it approached to different aspects under the same topic or same category. 基本上它是在同一个项目底下，它去讨论同一个项目或是同一个标题底下两个不同的层面，比较两个不同的层面。好，接下来下一个。Okay, this one is a Venn diagram. 这个叫做我有点忘记它的中文了，但是英文叫做 Venn diagram， 写给大家看。Venn diagram 叫做 Venn diagram， 好像有人叫范式图吧。So basically, Venn diagram consists of two circles, sometimes more than two and more than two circles, sometimes more than two circles, and the purpose of Venn diagram is to show similarity and differences that are used for comparison. 好，所以 Venn diagram 呢，它基本上 it is consists of two circles， 由两个圆圈组成 ，and its purpose is to do comparison. So it will highlight the similarities and differences. 它的目的是要来做比较，所以它会强调它的相同跟相异。So I'll give you a better example. I think this one is not that clear. 这不是非常好。现在给大家看另外一个。Please. Okay, so I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, so I'll show you another examples. This example is a Venn diagram as well. So you can see they are comparing three marine animals. And then here is the topic of that marine life. And in the outer area, outer space, they are comparing differences it outlines the differences of those creatures. And in the And I'm sorry. Okay, let me. Okay, so you see that in the overlapping in this Venn diagram, in the place where the circles overlaps, here you write down the similarities between the three creatures, and then at the outer circles you write down the differences. So that's how you make comparison in a Venn diagram. Okay, so the next one is the restaurant. The next one is restaurant comparison. So basically in this chart, you're comparing more than 2 places, like 4 places, and you're comparing different category or comparing them from different aspects. 所以在这边呢，你比较了4个餐厅的5个不同的面向。So you compare their taste, price, presentation, 他们的摆盘等等。And another feature of this chart is that not only clearly showed the differences in 4 restaurants from different aspects, 他们很清楚的从不同的表现出这4个餐厅的不同之处，从不同的角度切入。And also they're using the signs like the cross and check. So they're using the signs like to make their ideas more comprehensible and easier to read. 所以他也用他不同的这些叫什么？这些符号呢，像打勾或打叉，让他们意思更清楚。Okay, so next one. 下一个 So the next one is also comparing different breakfast places. 他们也是在比较不同的早餐的餐厅。And also, so this one is like the previous one. We're comparing more than 2 places and comparing more than 5 categories. 所以很重要是，比如说他们可以一次比较很多不同项目的不同角度。And also they're using signs to make their ideas like more straightforward, 更直截了当。Okay, so we're done with different types of comparison mind map. 所以我们现在已经结束看完不同的心智图了。So, okay, the question is, what mind map is best for our reading? 请问我们上述看这么多个心智图，哪一个最适合我们的文章呢？ Again, to answer a question, ask yourself more questions. 一样用更多的问题来帮助我们找到答案。First one, do we need to cover many categories? 请问在文章里面我们需要比较很多东西吗？Yeah, I think not a lot, but we have to compare between Nobel and Ig Nobel prizes. 我们要比较项目有2个。Okay, second, do we need to cover multiple aspects in those categories? 请问我们需要比较这2个项目底下的不同层面吗？ Yes, like you can take a look at your textbook. Clearly, the writer mentions like the goals of the Ig Nobel prizes, the value of their research, and the fields, the categories of this award. 他们这个奖项的领域。Okay, so yeah, we do need to cover multiple aspects. And then third question, do they have a lot in common? 在第1、2段的期间，作者有提到他们2个的诺贝尔奖跟搞笑诺贝尔奖相似之处吗？ Well, I don't think the writer mentioned that in the article. 所以基本上相似处没有特别被强调，我们可以直接删掉 Venn diagram， 我们可以直接忽略用圈圈的方式表现。Okay, so we have 2 categories to compare, and we need to approach this comparison from different aspects. 我们有2个项目要去比较，而且我们必须从不同的角度来去处理、去比较它，这是我们最适合的。So the mind map that can best reflects the narrative structures of this reading will be the one with chart. 一定是，所以最适合我们的应该是这一张。快速的让大家回忆一下，最适合我们的可以从不同的形式切入的。不好意思，有点慢，因为我这边是用，应该是这个吧，对吧？好，所以我们等一下也会用类似的心智图来去做出第7课的第7课第1段跟第2段的那个心智图，我们要用这个模型来做出第7课第1段跟第2段心智图。Okay, so the last part of this presentation is first, I will let you know when is the due date, 什么时候是缴交期限。And also, I will give you the instructions of the assignment. 我会给大家一些就是到底要怎么做这个作业的说明。Okay, I will skip this slide now and I will show you the assignment I want you to work on. 我会先跳出这个。Okay, so I believe you should see my iPad. And here I will let you see, I'm sorry. 我跟这不是很熟，等我一下。Okay, so I guess you should see here, this is the Word file you will get from the assignment section in your Google Drive. 好，所以 sorry. So let me just rephrase my request. 我等一下先把我的要求重讲一次。Please go to Google Classroom, and from the assignment section, download this file. 请大家先去呢 Google 教室里面呢，它的作业的部分把这个资料下载下来，就是这个 Week 5 Ig Nobel Prize， 它的档名就是这个 Week 5 Ig Nobel Prize。下来之后，它就是一个 Word file， 它就是一个 Word 的档，那里面就是有这个图表，它第2页就是这个图表，它第2页就是这个图表。那等一下呢，我先解释一下这个图表怎么做。那做完之后会就是请大家用大家自己的电脑的 Word 档去编辑我帮大家做好的图表，然后存成自己的档名。所以到时候档名储存的时候，请大家储存档名。大家的 file name 请大家用就是 name 姓名。sorry。等一下，大家 file name 请大家用 class number name。所以比如说，你可能就是2012号，然后用你的中文名字存成你的档名，这样我比较好检查是不是每个人都有交作业，可以吗？所以记得编辑完之后用 Word 存档起来，然后上传到云端硬碟的作业里面。对不起，云端教室作业里面我才能检查。好，接下来 Let's go through this assignment。我们现在看一下这个作业的部分。好。Okay, so after reading paragraph 1 and 2, please compare Nobel Award from different aspects using the following model. 所以请大家在读完第7课的1、2段之后呢，我们要来写1、2段的心智图。那请你用这个表格来做。那第一个要求就是呢 ，we are going to compare these 2 awards from 5 different aspects. 我们会比较 Nobel 跟 搞笑诺贝尔奖从这5个不同的角度来比较。Then please using a check, mark a check for info that is mentioned, mark cross for info that isn't mentioned. 所以等一下呢，我们第一个要请大家整理的是，你去观察说文章里面有没有提到诺贝尔奖跟搞笑诺贝尔奖创办的目的，它的目的是什么？如果有的话，请你打个勾；如果没有的话呢，就请你打个叉。所以就是自己，如果你不知道怎么打勾跟叉，就是从 Word 里面打，你可以用 V， 英文字的 V 跟英文字的 X， 好吧，也可以。那接下来呢，写完之后不是打个勾打个叉，这个作业就结束。No, I want you to, after that, please give textual evidence from the textbook to support your chart. 我要知道说，就是诺贝尔奖是的这个文章里面有提到它的目的。那请问哪一段文字有提到这个诺贝尔奖创办的目的？ So you have to write down the textual evidence, like which sentence tells you the purpose of founding the Nobel Prize. 好，所以呢，这时候你在抄这段文字之后，请你不要抄整句话，抄关键字就好。So write down the keywords. For example, 这个部分呢，我从课本里面的第一段 choose a word outstanding. 我从课本的第一段第一行，他这边说 Nobel Prize are awarded for outstanding work in 6 areas， 所以这边我就写说，他的目的是要去颁发，就是去颁奖给那些在不同领域的杰出的研究，所以就是从课本里面找出关键字，你要给我一些就是证明，就课本里面哪些话是证明说是用来证明创办诺贝尔奖的目的。对，好，所以像这个也是一样，说最旁边的 ignoble 你就要去想，好，作者有没有去提到搞笑诺贝尔奖创办的目的？如果有，请你打个勾；没有，打个叉。那有的话呢，打勾的话，请你回到课本里面找，搞笑诺贝尔奖创办目的是在哪一行？那就把这一行给我这一行可以抄下这一行，或是给我这个关键字，哪些话是代表有诺贝尔奖创办的目的？这样懂吗？后面也是一样。那最后面的地方，最后面这里有看到第5个，我是有个空格，所以第5个很明显的呢，我已经帮大家把打勾打叉都弄好了。所以接下来我们看 ignoble 呢，课本里面有提到這一項，然後 example 是 the invention of karaoke machine, how woodpeckers protect their brain from hitting against the tree. 所以呢，在课本里面有提到这个项目，然后呢，它的例子是有就是卡拉 OK 机器，然后还有啄木鸟。那所以你就要想说，所以这2个他们比较的项目是什么？他们比较的层面是什么？对吗？所以这边请你自己给我想一下，说这边应该放什么关键字？就是看一下我给你的提示，然后想一下这边第5个要放什么关键字，就是一样用 Word 打好，存起来给我。好的，我解释的不是非常好，不好意思，因为第一次做视讯有点紧张。好，希望大家可以做作业，有做作业才证明说你有来上这堂课，我才能够跟教务处说你有来。如果大家没有交的话，我直接视为就是缺席。OK， 就这样啦，谢喽，拜拜。